come on. It's getting late out there now, ain't it? These folks done played around long enough now. Time to come on home. Ain't that right? They trying to run out there and trying to save somebody else. Be like that guy who worked with me. He told my boss he couldn't come to work. He said, I go get my mom and dad. It's just a storm down here to get his grandmama, his mama, and his daughter and his son. Sit down there in Savannah. They was evacuated. So I got to go down there and ain't gonna be able to come in the morning. He said, listen, by the time you get down there, they all be wiped out. He said, you might well come. He said, you might well come on to work. Come on! Isn't that right? And he was trying to run and get nobody else. They're going to take all you got to make sure you can get in here. Isn't that right? Woo! Well, I tell you, it's good to be alive. Could have woke up dead this morning. Still alive. What y'all think? Y'all learned anything last night, Layla? Yeah. Good. I see in Sudan they done already signed a treaty. Watching the news this morning, so the government, the military, and the people done signed an agreement to try to share power. That's how it's going to be everywhere. Ain't that right? If you're going to make it work, these people got to come down and submit. Realize people ain't going to take this rogue regime government just run over them in the county. We're getting old now. People are tired. Hong Kong going to set the map, and Hong Kong setting the map president for everybody else. They look at, hey, you know what? Why stop at one thing? We're going to keep more than we get freedom from these people. Everybody want democracy. Every man and woman got the right to walk the street without getting gunned down and getting shot, getting beat or falsely arrested. I don't know why nobody wants to see it the same way. Like they said, treat people like you want to be treated. I don't get it. Treat people like you want to be treated. You don't be gunned down walking down the street. Don't gun nobody else down. You don't want nobody to steal from you. Don't steal from nobody else. You don't want nobody to hate you. Don't hate nobody else. You don't want nobody to mess with you. Don't mess with nobody else. Simple practice that anybody can follow. But these white folks, just be honest, they're not satisfied with that. They're just not happy. Oh, there you made it. That's all right. I got your message. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah. You had a little pain. Uncle Teddy not feeling too well, feeling a little bit. We certainly believe Mr. Yahuwah to be Yukanon to him. We believe that I'm telling you, folks, it's time to turn. I was thinking about this morning. I told my wife I used to make me some grits and bags of oatmeal this morning. So it's time to change up a little bit. These people killing us at the grocery store, everywhere. They are. That spoon and that fork is poison. That spoon and fork is poison to us. Every time I look around, these people keep recalling. They're not feeding us the same stuff they eat. That's just honest. They're like hog. You get hog slop. You get chicken feed. That being honest, these folks got up. They saying we hog. They slopping us. It's time to cut this stuff off. I'm being honest with y'all. That spoon and fork is one of the major ways they've been poisoning our people for years. We killing ourselves. And we keep taking medication with it. It ain't working. Poison food and poison medication just quicker death. Time to just start looking at that. We got to get smarter. If we're going to beat these people out, we got to beat them out thinking. That's why they beat us every time. We just haven't been good thinkers. We had good leaders really teaching us. I continue the same plight. Mr. and Mrs. America. I will not be satisfied. I will not consent or agree to anything less than us, our nation, people, governing, policing, medicating, manufacturing, and funding our own. Anything less than that is not a conversation. I'm not interested in no movement that's trying to push for no better jobs. I'm not looking for no institution, but no organization that want free health care. There's no way in the world to produce medicine and it be free. Poison costs. So they're giving it to me for free. That means other companies are paying for it. There's no way to produce free poison. It's costing somebody something. On public, anybody, there's no way to give it away for free now. That's a cost. Nobody's sitting in laboratory with scientists, with machinery, and with labels and bottles and top and shipping, and you telling me it don't cost me nothing? There's no charge? That means other people in corporate America are paying for my demise. So we got to get ready and change things. We got to get the fork and the spoon back out of our mouth. We got to check it. These metal forks, we got to start changing up. Yeah, think about it. That's a combination. Your saliva acid on top of a metal fork with food on the end of it. Think about it. The fork is metal. Let me get this straight. Let me ask a question. If I had a knife or pen, if I stuck you or cut you, what are they going to tell me I'm going to need to do? Why? Why do you need to take a shot? Huh? They couldn't infect it. But I'm putting the same metal in my mouth along with my saliva. So that metal is getting your spit has acid. Keep licking your lips. You'll know your lips will start changing because of the acid in your spit combined with the metal and combined with the poisonous food. I just let you kill your own self. We've been killing our own self. We hadn't even paid attention. Them 4 years ago wasn't bad because the food wasn't bad. Canned food, all that stuff. The stuff they putting in, preserving to keep this stuff, food wasn't never designed to last that long. It wasn't. When he sat down manna for them to eat, you know what happened the next day? Flies be on it. They couldn't keep it. Flies was on it. It wasn't designed to be kept. Wasn't no preservatives on that stuff. It was natural. When he sat down, he said the Marquis did eat this. It was designed for you to eat it then. All this stuff they got us doing wasn't designed for us. Stuff we got, we kept, we put up, and we salted meat to keep it. That's the only thing we use was salt. Even now, if you look at the Middle East, what they call Middle East, salt is a big product. That's a big commodity. Because salt used to savor and to keep and to season. Yahuwah said that we were the salt of the Iraq. These folk don't know. White folk, you need to cut me a check for keeping this place. You know that right? Folk don't even know. Lut was the salt of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Malachite told him they couldn't destroy it until he got out. So salt for savoring. Don't y'all, we don't even know do you know who you are? You salt. That's right. One fellow said, y'all like you told Yahuwah would have been blown kings away. And California. So what we got out there? Ain't no salt. Ain't that right? We got right out there with that ugly shirt and them high mustard yellow pants. We went out the street with Ernie. I seen people had hot dog. I seen kids pull out just rubber pants like that, stick it back. I tried to figure, but I didn't catch it right there because I'm kind of ignorant, slow to stuff. You know, you walk about, you see a kid just look, you see the kid eat a hot dog. I'm like, what the kid? Then Ernie watch the kid just do that thing, and throw it back in, and then the kid have mustard around their mouth. But I didn't figure what it was, and then like it's coming to me now. Then I seen another kid, on another day we walked down here, he had a ketchup pan, and the kid got it, and the kid ate it, and the kid had white stuff on their nose and just fell out. I don't know what it was. I'm still trying to figure out what that one is. Because I know one of the ingredient was coagulated blood. I can't remember what the other ingredient was, cocaine, and what else was, and more cocaine. I'm glad y'all helped me figure it out, because I've been so confused when I was like, why the kid found the white stuff powder around the kid? No, but that's making more sense to me now I think about it. Y'all ought to change. All right, we're going to try to get ready to move on here and try to see what thus said Mr. Yahuwah. All right, Malcolm, we're waiting on you. All right, let's fly. Eternal Kudash Abba, in the Shem of Yahusha HaMashiach, we palau. Asking you for your rekam, which is your mercies. Asking you to barak us, which is bestow a gift upon us. Ask you to keep us from the Rasha, which is the wicked and the evil. Ask you to be our protection, to be our God, Hallah. Asking you to lead us into the Darak, which is the way, and to the Arak, which is the way of life, that we might receive Kai, which is eternal life. We ask you to show us and manifest in us the halal that you would have us to go. We ask you to be our guide, to be our strength, and most of all, be our understanding. We allow that as we search to venture through, that you will be our eyes, that you will be our guide and our keeper, that we falter not to the right or to the left. We ask you to grant us the Ruach HaKadosh, that we might be sealed unto the human redemption. We ask you to let your Torah instruct and be our guide. We ask you to barak your Ra'ah, your Malaki, your Nabaim, your Shareth, and every Malkum, that you grant us understanding, that you grant us the care, the heart for your arm, that we have a sincerity and an honest intent, that we all might be Yasha. Ask you for your Yahshua, that it might be our protection in the day of judgment. We ask that you barak those watching in, those seeking, those that had a lot to be here not able. Ask you to be a healer to those that are sick. Be strength unto Uncle Ted. Be a keeper unto him, as well as others. We ask you to please forsake us not, and let us not lean to our own understanding. In all our rock, let us acknowledge you that you might direct our path. And we ask that you search us and try us to see if there be any rash ways. Cast it from us and lead us in the way everlasting. Let the bar of our mouth and the meditation of our Lord be accepted in your sight. And as we prepare to move further in this service, we allow that you take full control. That you get the kabod, which is the glory. You get the kabod, which is the honor. And the tahalim, which is the praises. In Yahushua HaMashiach Shem, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. All right. We got a job. We got to scratch out the Holy Ghost, so that's a start now. It's for every one of us to make sure we get it right. Projected, you'll never know. Isn't that right? Making sure we get it right. Gotta get it. Y'all get the yeah. It's okay. Are we over for now? Gotta get my destruction. That light going out helped a little bit already. Isn't that right? Think it's hot now. You don't definitely want to go to Sheol. It's our benefit to get this thing right. How many of y'all like that be ready? That thing not right, boy. That thing not seasoned. Ain't that right? That seasoned salt. That's what I'm talking about. Got to be ready. Maybe Mr. Yahuwah let us play that when he come back here and we get ready to take it over. And I can run down that wide open and get to use that word wide open.
That's right. Yeah.
I holler Merry Christmas.
That's right.
And let it out of Noel in there.
That's right. That's right. Noel.
Break out that Noel. Just before he rolled up in a scroll. By the time they said, what he done rolled up. No condemnation. No condemnation. All right. What my introduction at?
Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to hear is based on a true story. But names have been changed. Tony Smith, plug in and get to work.
Yeah. It's time, isn't it? All right. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Whatsoever things were written before time were written for our
Learning.
That
We, through patience,
and
comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
well, that make a difference. I said it before, and now since we gone back to look at this British slave Bible, we can see why a lot of things were taken out. Why would you want to give a slave hope? I told y'all before, everything they gave us had been a lie. It's only been used to keep us captive. When y'all learned about it, it wasn't nothing new. Should have been nothing new for our members. Y'all been told about this already. But these people have never had any goodwill or intent toward us. That's why we got to change everything. Go back over the book, see what the real plan was, and then try to get to what the purpose is and intent of Elohim for us to be saved. That's why we're here, right? Let's look at that Romans 10 and 1. Y'all have Basti back there with a mic too? So he can have him one back there too. Okay, good. This is Romans 10 and 1. Listen to the book.
Akeem, my Lob's desire, and Palal to Elohim, for Yahshua all is, that they might be saved.
Y'all hear that? He said that's what he was praying for, that we might be saved. For?
I bear them record that they have a zeal of Elohim,
But what was it?
not according to knowledge.
See that? Not according to knowledge. So what do you think we had all these years when we've been dealing with these people? Why we been zeal? And they noticed that. And he knows the other people noticed it too, that we done had a zeal. We got a zeal. All the years we spent in church, all this stuff been zeals.
That's right.
All the Hebrew Israelite teaching can't work. It's zeals. They know that. But tell them what the problem is.
For they being ignorant,
He said he bear on record they have a zeal of Elohim.
for I bear them record that they have a zeal of Elohim,
But
not according to knowledge,
for they,
being ignorant of Elohim Sadiq.
see that? That's what hurt us right now, being ignorant. We just hadn't known. We just hadn't known. They got the whole key right now. For they being ignorant. Man, tell you right there, you ignorant. Usually people get a man, who you call dumb? Who you call stupid? Ignorant is just you don't know. They took ignorance and turned around that thing up. Somebody said, you know what, you ignorant. Who you calling stupid? Your mama stupid. I'm about to call you stupid. Just told you didn't know. The whole time we've been operating, we've been doing things, we just hadn't known. And we had known, that had been our detriment. He's tried to tell us this before by the Nabaim. We just didn't know it. That's been the whole problem. We hadn't known. When he sat down looking at it, he told other people, he said, they don't even consider. He figured about it. He said, we didn't even consider that these people have had a whole different intent the whole time we've been dealing with them. Their intent has never been for your liberation, for your protection, for your welfare, for your defense. It's always been against you. And Shaul is trying to tell them, my desire to Elohim, for Yasharaliyah, is that they might be saved. For I see you got a zeal, you just don't have the information right. And they been ignorant
Of Elohim Sadiq,
and have gone about.
to establish their own Sadiq.
Well, said they done did me like that. I just do what I gotta just do what I gotta do. So at that point, I established my own. You know, a lot of people with the information we get now, a lot of people are gonna just drift out and say, you know what? I knew the Bible wasn't right. I knew it wasn't no God. I knew it wasn't no hell. You know what I'm gonna do? My own thing, and that's the detriment.
Yep.
See, that's what we can't get. It's something right. Everybody is basing their nationality, their nation, off of a belief and a religion.
True.
Don't let these people fool you. People know. People following, people watching us. Don't let these people fool you. There is a right way. You're going to have to search out to see it. Just like he told you to stand by the way. And I stand by the way. Don't be so fast, right? And then he just wants you to see. Just watch. We're trying to act for the ancient. So we got to get back to where it all originated, where it all started from. Anytime you take something and you translate it and continue to translate it, you're going to start to lose some of the validity.
Right. Right.
Even if they change the writings over time as far as stylistics of the style of writing, you take away some of the validity of the meaning. That is, because a lot of times their word that they'll use intent, it don't work for us.
Right.
Like I said, even with the theos for God, we don't have a God. Well, they'll say all of those are equivalent to Elohim. It's just translation. But when you study out their theos does rank to multiple gods. Almost like they have Pan. Pan is the belief of more than one. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Their Pan is a god. Then you get your camera, you don't believe it, you get a panoramic view.
That's right.
Panorama view. Because their Pan God, they believe exists in the heavens. They believe their Pan God does something similar to us, and they put it right in your communication. And you wouldn't think nothing about it. But you know how you get your camera and you do a panoramic view? Because you know we believe our book teaches that the eyes of Elohim are where? Are in every place. I know you know in every place. The panoramic view, you say, you know what I'm trying to get? Then I'm trying to, how can I get all y'all in it? So they invent something, call it panorama. Where I can encircle everybody. Get everybody in. Everybody gets seen in the picture. Elohim had it first. Drop the pan. Elohim said his I can see everything in every place. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
But then they'll put you all and get you desiring something. They'll put in your everyday working and communication. And a lot of times you don't realize we speak things we shouldn't be speaking.
Yeah.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So now we got to look at is pancake of God. It could be a God cake, like a whole cake. Because hoes got to eat too. Isn't that right? No, let me say that now. I don't know that. I just pray. I want nobody going out saying. I say it because you can go too far now. Then again, you got to check. Matter of fact, sometimes, look up pancake. Let's see what it is. Sometimes whatever. Oh, you cook it in the pan. But the pan could be representing God because again, it encircles.
Open it up.
It's funny. He brought up a thing. You don't never know. Y'all all right? I mean, we don't never listen. A lot of stuff we don't know. We take from these people. Listen. Let's just be honest. We're dealing with a nation that always has a different intent. The thing that seem like they're harming. We don't amusement to make a fool out of, make stupid, to dumb down, to trick, amuse. And we say, let's go to the amusement part. Or that amuses me. And the whole time you start finding it, and then it refers to one of the deities.
Yeah.
A lot of things we took lightly, we don't find out these people have a whole nother connotation to this stuff.
That's right.
And some as light as a pancake. I don't know what they intend or a pan. I just want to find out now. Do we have anything for a pan? For a pan? Is it anything? If it ain't, we ain't got to go too. Don't try to go too deep now. And I used to mess now. I got to throw them things in the garden. Them things don't be cheap. We got to cook everything in a pot or a boiler. Is it anything on a pan? All right, I was just asking, what about a pancake? Pancake, early 15th century, late century, as a surname from pan, plus a cake, a symbol of what? Flatness. I got some here need a pancake. Middle English had a cake, and that was a platter cake. Okay, early 15th century, related interests, more. Hold on, it said related interests and more. Where's more at? Now, I know my baby, she should be out there. Where's more on him? Cake pan, others are real. Okay. Woo! Woo, my eye. Hold stay. That God right here. Is this God? Grafting? Root? I'm trying to tell y'all, these people, what I say? I don't listen. These people always have another end for things that we sit around and we'll think about it, though, it makes sense. You ate what they call manna, which was malaki food. So wouldn't it make sense that the people that enslaved you and that indigenized you, which would be you native to the place where you were at, enslaved you there as well, and the same, hop on and give you some man. You need to beat your wife. So anyway, she said, I know I was right. She wanted to jump out of the seat, but anyway. So, but the thing is, everything you had, they emulated.
Yeah.
Everything you had, they emulated. So it only makes sense to make a food for a God. If he gave you malaki food and you were supposed to be the benim of Elohim, that would be food for a Elohim. I told you, that pan, they got that thing out from mother. Somebody said, get it down. Somebody said, get that damn thing down there. Now I'm interested now since we went, y'all. Old English, pan, early, pun, pen, from proto-grammatic, so you know, proto. We talked about proto, y'all remember that? Y'all want to talk about proto?
Yeah.
That's that dog from the Wizard of Oz, remember? Proto? Oh, Toto, yeah, no, listen. Proto would mean early or original. So you see stuff, we wouldn't think that. How many of y'all never thought about what proto is? But then you'll get a prototype, which would be an original or early one. See, a lot of times they give you proto-grammatic, you know, it's going to refer to German. Pan, source also old Noose, Pana, old Frisian, Pan, Middle Dutch, Pan, Dutch, old, low, Low. Yeah, the Germans are definitely low people. Pound Old High German. What's that? Fauna. How they would pronounce that? Is it? I wonder what it'd be like. We do like PH with the F sound. German. Okay, probably early. Borrowing from the vulgar. See, this what they gonna tell you. Say your mouth is. You know they tell your mouth is. Hell, anything Latin is vulgar. Now, they say you have a vulgar mouth. Well, it's Latin. Anything Latin gonna be vulgar apparently from here.
Yeah.
They tell you it's vulgar Latin. Panda. This is supposed to be from Latin. Pantina, shallow pan, dish, stew pan from the Greek. Pan, plate, dish. From pi. Pi, they use in mathematics. I'm sure pi refers to their God too. Don't make no mistake. They always got another N from the root peats. The spread, both the Latin and the grammatic word might be from the. So where do we see God from? Where get it from? Irish. No, the Irish, you can't trust them either. Balkan, probably. The English. Lithuanian. Everything listen, it's got to have. These are all dangerous people. The Irish, the Celtics. You got Lithuania, you're dealing with the Germans, the Goots. You got too much going on up here. It was a pear-shaped parts of mechanical apparatus on the 1500 cents flash. The pan and figurative use of early firearms. Firearms? Got a pan here, the permanent, and the gunpowder might flash, but no shot ensue. Okay, I'm just going on over. I had to go back over this. So where did we see God from up here? What happened? There's two different roots to pancake. That's a whole nother word. Oh, he was just on this.
It's an advertisement.
That's an additive?
Advertisement.
Oh, advertisement. Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was asking about. Yeah, okay. I learned more than I wanted. I ain't gonna never get that time back. Thank you. I'm trying to find out what relates. I said, well, it would make sense for them. But I mean, I don't never know. I just want to find out what they're intending. Everything we can find out, we're trying to get away from it. Listen, we've been limited in our endeavor for obtaining the Ruach. And from what Shaul's statement was, it's because we've been ignorant. So what we're trying to achieve in here is to try to conquer ignorance with intelligence. So we can actually obtain the Ruach. We don't want to just figuratively say we have it, or just kind of induce ourselves with an attitude of saying we have it. We want to make sure it lines up with the Scripture. If our statement or goal is saying that you have to believe as the Scripture said, then it's important to find out what did the Scripture say. If that's how you obtain the Ruach, then we need to know exactly what it said, and we need to follow it to that intent so we make sure we get it. Y'all got it? See if that's the right quick. See if that's the 8th chapter right quick, the book of Abarim. They call it Hebrews. One of my longtime listeners out of Baltimore called me, Brother Warren. He said, I use the Abarim now, he said Hebrew names, and I don't tell the people what the English name is and throw them off. I'm pretty sure every time I use one, I say, you call it Hebrew, or you call it whatever the book is. I never just call the name of the book and write it down and not tell people, because I know a lot of people can be first-time listeners, and I'm not trying to throw people. Once you don't kind of catch on, you tend to kind of just drone along. You know what I'm saying? And my goal is to keep people attentive so we can make sure we get this right. It ain't about following Tony Smith or worshiping Tony Smith. It's about being truthful and everybody get the Ruach, right? But we got to be truthful. We going through it. We got to make sure we understand it. That's the whole thing. Let's make sure no, we ain't got it. Let's make sure we get it. If ignorance is the problem, then we got to kill ignorance with intelligence, okay? And with information. Right. Well, you're going to kill it with intelligence to get information, right? So we're going to go through, get the information, make sure we can follow this stuff out and make sure it makes sense to us. Otherwise, I can't do nothing I don't know. If it don't make sense, it's not going to measure up. One thing make for sure. Nobody here going to be saved by accident. Never happened. Nobody been saved by accident. Everything has been intent. They did not just accidentally fall into Mizraim. Intent. He put them down. They did not just happen to come out. It was intent. He brought them out. It was purpose and plan. Purpose and plan. So I got to sit around and learn what's the plan. What's the purpose? Because he realized the people that have to be saved have to be in a critical situation. You know, he told you need a physician. What about those that are whole? So he had to put me somewhere where I was sick.
Right.
I'm sick of America.
Right. Yeah.
That's why he got to save me. So I got to understand why I was put here, because there's an intent to deliver me.
That's right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Why they take a pregnant woman inside the room and close the door? What are they looking to do? Deliver. So I'm in here so he can deliver me. I got to understand the concept. It don't make sense. Even though I'm in a critical situation, I don't understand what you're doing. Do y'all know what? How many of y'all have been to use holistic or natural doctors? A lot of them, if you watch, you won't find one that don't have a faith-based belief.
Yeah.
Because everybody understand that majority of your healing is going to come through the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't do, no natural doctor going to say, if you're not a believer in the word, they're going to tell you it's not going to work. It's just not going to work for you. You can take it, but it's not going to work. That's why a lot of people come up short and say, you know what? I tried natural holistic, that didn't work for me, so I started going back to medical doctor. A lot of it you didn't believe. Now we come back to look at all of the work that Elohim prescribed for us, you're going to have to be a man, which is a believer. That's why it don't work for a lot of people. You try to obtain a ruach that you're going to have to believe. You got all money in order for you to attain it. So what he did was, he did good. The book that he left not himself without a what? But then I got faith. Substance of things, hope for, evidence of things unseen. But the man said he left a witness.
That's right.
The things of Elohim, he said they had to be clearly seen. So they got to be on a level where I can comprehend it. He don't give me 5 senses to tell me don't use them. Then you restrain me. You holding me back. Everything he asked you to do, he left something that you can see it measures up to it. It makes sense. That's why you got thought. It's got to make sense. At least the 2. Huh? At least the 2. It's got to make sense. If I can't get them inside these parameters, it's not going to work for me. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where we at? Operating 8 and 1. Let's see what happens. Listen to the book.
Now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such an Rosh Kohan, who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the Shamayim, a Sharath of the Makdash and of the Amat tabernacle, which the Adon pitched, and not Ish.
What do we learn about pitch? This one? No. Exactly. We're talking about erect and fixed firm. That's what I mean. Not just erect to put up, but you have to fix it firm. Y'all got it? That's what we learned. He's talking about something he put up and he fixed it firm. That's what you'll look at. Amunah. It has to be firm. When it's erected, it's got to be set that it can't be taken down. Y'all got me? Erect, fix it. And we learned that from where first? From the Taba. They call the ark. The Taba. He had to pitch it within. He said pitch it without. That's the same thing we got to do. It's got to be sealed inside and out. Don't you know you put a boat, you don't just seal the outside, you seal the inside to it for another layer of protection. Because it could be that water could break through the first level, so there's another line that got to be a protection. Well, that's what we're looking to do with the ruach. We're sealing within and without. So pitch, fix, erect, and fix it firm. Got it? So we deal with something firm. What we know about something firm? A bond. A bond, solid. That's what we look at. Amunah. That's what we look at. Something that's erected firm and something solid. Got it? What they'll use say concrete information. But if you deal with concrete, you're going to deal with something made by man. Man don't make stones.
That's right.
Y'all got it?
That's right.
All right, listen.
For every Rosh Kohan is ordained to offer barak and sacrifices, wherefore it is of necessity that this Ish have somewhat also to offer.
This what happened.
For if he were on Adumah, he should not be a Kohan, seeing that there are Kohanim that offer barak according to the Torah.
Listen.
Who serve unto the example and shadow of Shamayim things.
How do we put that together though? You hear that? If he was on the ride, they say he wouldn't be one. We already have people that already do that. Where we put that at? who they call Uzzah. Uzzah was a Malach of Yasharal. He was a Malach of Yehuda. And he was going into the temple. Because he was going to do it. And they tried to tell him, this don't pertain to you. See, when you start looking at our writing, you got to be able to correlate this with something. Here he was a Malach, and we testified that he was the Malach of the Yahudim. Yeah, he couldn't go and do that. That don't pertain to you. But what they call Uzzah, he went in to do it anyway. And he turned leper, and he wound up dying. So if he was on the rights, he couldn't do that. See, we already had people that said it, who already served to that for an example. See, what he was trying to show us, that's how important the Torah is. Got it? You can't just do something because you want to or you say what your name is. You can't do it. Just like Elohim, he couldn't just destroy all those people because he had his word, his debar. And his debar is what we establish our Torah about. So he can't go against his own word. That's why he tried to tell us. He said, don't you know if Satan come in and cast out Satan, don't you know that his Malkut to be divided? So why you think Elohim gonna come and fight against his own Malkut? It don't make sense. I say all that to say to let us know there are parameters that just can't be broken. Let's see what happened in the 10th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. They call it John. They call it John Yehukanan. Ten and 30. Listen to the book.
I and my Abba are one.
Y'all hear that? Who told us about that? Who told us about that first? Yahoo? I can't hear you, especially if you're saying the wrong answer. What is it? Say it louder. Jeremiah said that? Who? Mellow Yellow? These fans running. Who? Who is it? Oh, Pharaoh. That's tight. That's tight. Yeah, y'all out there. Adam told y'all that. He said for the two should be one. In the garden, he made the Ish and he made the Ashar. And Adam said that. He said that the two were going to be one. Because we're dealing with two separate, in a sense, entities. You're dealing with an Abba and a Ben. And he just told, we only learned that from Adam. He had the Ashar, which is the woman. He had the Ish, which was the man. And he said, for the two shall be one. Well, he just told us that I and my Abba are one. I don't know how to understand that. So the only way that's going to make sense for me, I got to pick it up and see how it makes sense. Do we understand the statement? Do we not understand the statement? Because I want to make sure I understand it. Listen, all you got to do is believe it to be saved. But it's got to make sense to you. Right. Let's see how that's going to work. Barashit. They call it Genesis. I want to make sure everybody get this. I ain't trying to throw nobody off. 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Well, matter of fact, 126. We'll roll right. 126. Now we're finna be all over. Two and 6. 2 and 6. 16. 19. Let's see how that work out. 126, 2, 6, 16, 19. Gotta put it together. Now we gotta turn this whole thing around, however you see fit. Listen to the book.
And Elohim said, let us make Ish in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the Adumah, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the Adumah.
So what did he do?
So Elohim created Ish
one
in his own image.
Mm-hmm.
In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female created he them.
That's all I need. 2 and 6. Listen to the book.
But there went up a mist from the Adumah, and watered the whole Pani of the Adumah. And Yahuwah Elohim formed Ish of the dust of the Adumah, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of Kai, and Ish became a Kai Nephash.
Yes.
And Yahuwah Elohim planted a Gan eastward in Adon, and there he put the Ish whom he had formed. And out of the Adumah made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every ox that is pleasant to the sight, and tube for food, the ox of Kai also in the midst of the Gan, and the ox of knowledge of Tub and Rasha.
That's good. At verse 16. Listen.
And Yahuwah Elohim amar the Ish, saying,
He commanded the man, saying,
of every ox of the Gan thou mayest freely eat, but of the ox of the knowledge of Tub and Rasha thou shalt not eat of it.
Tell him why, son.
For in the yum that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely moot.
So what happened?
And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not Tub that the Ish should be alone.
What you gonna do?
I will make him and help meet for him.
What happened?
And out of the Adumah, Yahuwah Elohim formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them, and whatsoever Adam called every Kai creature, that was the Shem thereof.
That's what it is. So Elohim had to be with his mouth. Whatever he called him, that's what it was. Elohim had to be with him. Had to be with his mouth. And what he said, if that's what he called you, that's what it is. That's what I called you. Whatever Adam called you, that's what I called you. Listen.
And Adam gave Shem to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found and help meet for him. And Yahuwah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the basar instead thereof.
Instead of doing what? Instead of leaving it open, he closed it up. Skill surgeon. So he opened it up. Listen.
And the rib which Yahuwah Elohim had taken from Ish made he a Ashah, and brought her unto the Ish. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones.
That's what he just said. What else?
And basar of my basar.
So what's going to happen?
She shall be called Ashah,
For what reason?
because she was taken out of Ish.
So what happened?
Therefore shall a Ish leave his Abba and his Ain, and shall cleave unto his Ashah.
So do what to her?
Cleave unto his Ashah,
And what's going to happen?
and they shall be one basar.
They're going back. So it makes sense. It came out from it, going right back to it. So I'm trying to get an understanding exactly what happened. He said the two going to be one. It makes sense. She came out from him, didn't she? She can go back. Where did Yahushua tell us he came from? And what did he tell you we're doing? They were going back. So he said, I and my Abba are one. They cleaved together. They came out. He was made from him. Same way you look at a son from a father. He has a portion of the father. He has a part of the father. Just like he told us about grafting us back in. Where did he tell us the limb came from? Well, let's see how it worked out. The 11th chapter of the book of Romans. Let's see how this can work. Romans. See if that's 11. I don't know. See if it's 11. Let me see 18. Listen.
Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root.
So take me up to, no, let me see, finish. 14, I think 14 up to 12. Listen.
Now if the fall of them be the riches of the Arats,
Pay attention. If the who?
fall of them be the riches of the Arats.
Y'all understand that? Where'd you look at fall? Standing? Where you find fall?
Damn.
Down. So let me ask you a question. Adam did what again now? A deep sleep fell on him. So the fall of him had to become something. That's the way I'm understanding this. We're talking about the fall of somebody else. See, he told you except the corn of wheat. What was they had to do? Stand well? Fall. What are we going to do? And it moved. What'll happen if it don't do it? But if it moved. So now how I understand if the fall of them? How am I going to understand the fall of us? Because Adam fell asleep. How did the Ashar come on the scene? He had to fall. That became the riches. That's the only reason these people can be saved because of us. We got to fall. We got to fall. That's the only way they can get in. We learned that from Adam. So if my fall work out today, kaboom, whose son am I? I asked like you should ask them. So what think you mean? Whose son am I? If my fall produces salvation to other nations, then exactly who am I? Because in the gun I found somebody that you told me you read it. He said he caused a deep sleep to do what? That's all I'm trying to pick up. Now I'm coming over here. I'm hearing about another fall. And I ain't hear Niagara in front of it. Let's see what happened.
Now if the fall of them be the riches of the Arats, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles.
Oh, so let me have what happened. So what Adam and Korah was saying, he cast them out, which means they diminish. Who did this open up for? This open up for others. Their fall, their diminishing, open up opportunity for, had they done right, nobody else would have got it. Listen to the book.
How much more their fullness.
Uh-oh. You hear that? How much more their fullness. You know, we never got to see that. We never got to see that. He said, how much more were they full? If the fall of them became the riches of the other nations, he said, how much more then was the, what was it again?
Their fullness.
How much more then were their fullness? Now how are we going to put that together? Matthew 28. (17). Acts of the Apostle 1 and 5. Listen to the book.
And when they saw him, they shakar him.
They worshipped him. They prostrated before him. They gave obedience unto him. Listen.
But some doubted.
Some doubted. What happened?
And Yahusha came and spake unto them, saying,
What did he tell them?
all power is given unto me in Shamayim and in Adumah.
That's all I need to know. Acts of the Apostle 1 and 5. Listen to the book.
For Yehukanan truly immersed with Ma'im.
He said, Yehukanan truly immersed with, they'll say baptized with water. What happened?
But ye shall be immersed with the Ruach HaKadosh.
How long?
Not many Yamim hence.
Listen.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him.
They did what now?
Asked of him.
They did what?
Asked of him.
Like what?
Saying, Adon, wilt thou at this time restore again the Malkuth to Yashral?
So what you think will happen when our fullness comes? That's they looked at how the ability is. See, when the fullness, we come into our fullness, he said, what you think gonna happen? If our fall demise came into giving these folks the fruitful riches, he said, now what do you think gonna happen when these people come into their fullness?
That's right.
Adam didn't get to achieve this. That's why I have to know about, when I know about the second Adam, I got to know about the first one. Otherwise, I can't use what will happen with the fullness with Adam because he never got it. I saw the fall, I saw the diminishing, I saw some riches, but I didn't get to see the fullness. So all the person I can use, I got to use the second Adam. I found another man here who fell asleep.
Yeah.
Right?
right.
So I saw a man that come in here fullness. And coming in full, they want to know, then you can restore us back some things. That's what we've been looking for. This is what we're looking for when this man come into the fullness. Don't you know he can restore us back? Us obtaining the Ruach HaKadosh. Other people have got some riches and wealth through our falling. Why you think the other people done got to where they at? In the 18th chapter of the book of Kazan, what it told you about Babylon? It is what? And become the who? Who? These Satanites.
That's right.
They come in and took our riches. They got our riches through our fall.
That's right.
Now what you think of how we get back in our fullness? Come on back to the 11th chapter of the book of Romans. No more just run, skim, run, and go. I need to understand that. I need to understand that. Isn't that right? He came to give me. He said, I'm going to give you raw according to my law. They're going to feed you with knowledge and understanding. I need to understand. How important is it for me to be the benin or ben of Elohim? What is the entitlement? There's got to be some entitlement to it. Listen to the book.
For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles.
What do you do?
I magnify mine office.
He said, I enlarge my office. What happened?
If by any means I may provoke to emulation them.
What are you at, 11 and 1?
11 and 14.
Oh, 11 and 14. Go ahead.
If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my basar,
Yes.
and might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the Arats.
See that? If the casting away of us be the reconciling of the Arats. When Yahushua was on the tomb, he said that Elohim had forsaken him. Why?
Save us.
The casting away. You know, we never understood that, did we? Who could do that to his own son? Because the casting away of him allowed us to be grafted back in. So now we look at us being put out, being diminished, you know, cut down in numbers and size and ability. It only gave these other people opportunity to come in. So you need to understand your own book.
That's right.
Most of us don't even know what you, then we talk about purpose and intent.
Yeah.
We talked about before with law enforcement. They come up to a murder scene, a person dead, immediately the investigation got to be started. We got to tape all this off. All this, all surround them out. You're a witness. Let me get your name. I think you got your ID. Because he could tell me, I need to get his ID. Check, you got a phone number? Check, make sure, is this your current address? Because I'm going to need to come back and talk to him. Am I correct? I'm going to need to come talk to this man possibly later. And anybody else. What did you see? I need to record this statement, write that down, Tom, and pull you. I don't need your help by him. What did you see? What happened? What you know doing? You saw. Talk. I need to talk to everybody. At this point, I'm going to start comparing people's statement. I'm trying to find out what's conclusive, who's saying something similar to the same thing. This guy drunk. I don't know the hell he been talking about the whole time. But these guys all seem to be saying the same thing. So now you know what? Him, I'm just going to, at this time, just exclude him. I'm going to stay with these people that seem to keep the same pattern. That's what we have to do with the book. I'm trying to find out who was drunk when they were talking. I'm trying to see so I can get a conclusion of what actually happened. I can't go with dead body self. What led her? This might be a case of self-defense. This could be no ill will and it was just an accident. But I got to try to compile all my information so I can come up with a conclusive conclusion to what actually happened here. When the book told me to hear the conclusion of the what, before I make an end of judgment. Shaul told me to judge nothing when? That's right, I got to make sure I got all my information. We jumped, grabbed Jesus, ran out, Holy Ghost saved, gone to heaven. Ain't nobody did no type of investigation or nothing. Nobody went over nothing. Nobody checked witnesses or nothing. Let's see. We'll talk about it. So this is what we got to look at. Figure this out. Listen.
For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the Arats,
what happened?
What shall the receiving of them be?
Yeah.
But Kai from the Mut.
Listen.
For if the Ukag Shabua be Kodash, the lump is also Kadash.
Yeah.
And if the root be Kadash, so are the branches.
See that? So are the branches. What happened?
And if some of the branches be broken off.
See that? And if some of the branches be what?
Broken off.
Let me get it. Now, what exactly did he take for Adam?
Rib.
Now, what I had to do to get one of your ribs, Ryan? I'm going to have to break it off. Listen what happened.
And thou, being a wild olive ox,
Yeah.
wert grafted in among them, and with them
You know what the
partaken-
graft is? The graft is to take two things and put them where they connect and join together. That's what graft is. Taking components and putting them together where they come and they'll join. That's exactly what happened. So he had to break something off and come back and graft it in. That's the same thing he did with Opharim and Yehuda. When Solomon fell, you ain't gonna believe what he did. He broke off the branches. He broke them off. I'm sorry, you saw clothing. When he took it, he tore them, and he ran them, he got them, and he broke them off. Then he came back and he told Yekazakar to write on both of them, one for Ephraim and one for Yehuda. And then he told him to take them and put them back together. Because he said, no, I'm going to graft those branches back together. And the only way and the easiest way to graft something back together, if you took it and you put them right back where they were before.
Right.
So the statement he told you, I and my Abba are one, all you doing is putting me back where I belong.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I done told you the two were going to be one. You were listening to him talk about him. He was trying to tell you about Elohim and Yahusha.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be hard. Let's hear what Shaul said. I don't want to sit here and just make up something. Listen to the book.
and with them partaketh of the root and fatness of the olive ox.
See that? That's how it works. A tree feeds from the roots. The roots are planted in the ground where it can absorb the nutrients from the aras or from the adumah, and it's also going to take in the ma'im from shamayim. So all of the branches are going to all be contributors, or all going to be what do we going to be? Recipients of the benefit from the root. All they got to do now is be attached to a branch, and that allows it to be able to produce fruit. Listen to the book.
Boast not against the branches.
He told them, you don't want to go holler and say nothing against me.
That's right.
Listen what happened.
But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root.
So you ain't say, ain't no way the root will have you bucking up in my face. You couldn't come from the root. You couldn't come from the root will never have you up in your face, in my face, in my face, and you run against me. I'm a branch. I was broken off. I came through, I fell. How did you get it? You got it from my fall. Listen.
But the root thee.
Listen.
Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off,
You see that? That's what you'll say. The branch were broken off. Listen.
that I might be grafted in.
So you need to acknowledge that. Listen.
Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off.
You see that? So exactly what happened in the garden? How did you get that? He was talking about branches. He talking about trees. He talking about root. That's the same thing you found when they were sitting in Bamad Bar. That's the same thing you saw that they took leaves and they made clothing because it fit them. They were there. They were connected. They were a part of. So now they were broken off. That's why he cast them out. That's why they diminished. Inability. Downsize. That's how the rest of these people got in. See, you don't even know nothing about your own book. Listen.
Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off.
That's why they were broken off. Listen.
And thou standest by Amunah.
You see that? Listen.
Be not high-minded, but fear. For if Elohim spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee.
So what pity he gave to Adam in the garden? What second chance he gave him? He didn't spare him. That's how I know. He didn't spare him. See, we don't get the opportunity a lot of the other people get. He looked for the natural branch to be able to hold on and do better. I expect better from the natural branch. If I had two kids stay at my house, one my child, one a visitor, you know who asked someone to tell the most? Because they know better. You already know better. Why you don't want them though like you with me? No, shut your mouth. That's another ass whipping. Because now you telling me how I'm supposed to whip. Because you're going to expect more out of your own. Well, that's the same thing. Well, they hanging there, son. He didn't come in. Now, you had plenty of sleep. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee? Well, this is one of them times. Go get him. Let him give you some coffee. Because you want to stay up. Yeah, go get some coffee. You all right? You can't. Yeah, you fine. Go ahead. He human. Go and get you some coffee. I want him to stay up because y'all know why? Out in the flash on the line.
That's right.
We done messed out. We out here. We don't, how many of y'all just catching this now? You know this ain't new, right?
That's right. Been here.
So we can't afford to miss no more. You don't find out the Holy Ghost don't exist, you ain't had it anyway. You ain't had an accidental ruach. It don't make sense. Anything you gonna get from knowledge.
That's right.
Everything Moshe went he said, man, I didn't even know he had to teach him. Show him everything when he was right there. And you go to here to show them everything. They gonna need to know the name, they gonna need to know the plan. Nothing happened to Yasharal and Mizraim that they didn't know about.
Right.
What is it? I ain't never been dark. They were sitting out there, they already knew it was gonna be there. He showed them everything before he done it. Yahushua told you that. He said he showed his abhorrent all things. He said he don't do nothing. So now you gotta ask yourself, how is all this stuff going on and you don't know it? Then that's validity that you not having no connection to him.
Right.
He told them our room came to meet him. You go and take the elder and show them. So they will teach the people. So when this happened, they'll know it's me. Yeah. You've been working and praying. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the Lord be doing. That's how dangerous it is for us to be in the situation we're in. Oh, he said, no more of that stuff, everybody teaching his neighbor, saying know me. He said, all gonna know me. His Torah told that we all supposed to be taught of him. So we gotta get it right. I ain't trying to kill him, I want to save him, that's why I want him up. You sleep, y'all get y'all some coffee, stay up. It's all out in the fire. I've been thinking, been meditating on this thing. Gotta get this thing right. I'm talking to him. I don't want you to be talking and be like Shaul. I want men wasn't that beat no L.
That's right.
Everybody saying they know him. Yeah. Everybody testifying for a connection, but we find these folks to be liars.
Right.
I make sure I got it right.
That's right.
I can't err on this thing.
Yes, sir.
Because those fools say they won't err.
That's right.
I'm trying to make sure I get this thing right.
Yes, sir.
I want to go say, I feel like I'm going. I don't feel like nothing. I want to make sure it's right.
Yes, sir.
If they search the scripture where them things were so, I know I need to make sure I get it right. Come on, fend this up.
Behold, therefore, the tube and severity of Elohim.
You hear that? He told you the goodness and the severity of Elohim. Tell me how it works, son.
On them which fell.
What was it?
Severity.
See that? It was tight how it fell on me. Huh? It was hard how it came on me, severity. Man expected more out of me, expected out of you.
That's right.
You know what? He didn't do nothing to me. He didn't expect nothing out of you. It fell on me. Yahushua tried to tell the reproach to them that reproach thee. The thing fell on me.
That's right.
I know about falling.
That's right.
Y'all got me? I know about falling, but they ain't come to keep us. And now under him that's able to keep you from what?
Oh.
And present you how? Oh. I understand that now. I ain't got to make no same mistake we made in the garden no more. Because now I got knowledge and information, and I aman what the man said.
That's right.
Listen.
But toward thee, too,
Listen.
if thou continue in his tube, otherwise thou also shall be cut off.
Listen.
And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief,
What happened?
shall be grafted in.
You hear what happened? I left Jesus. Now I was dealing with Jesus. I want unbelief. Church, unbelief. I can't say Jesus is belief, and that's contrary. I could have stayed with it then. If Jesus any part or form of translation of salvation and church, I could have stayed with it. It wasn't. We were bound in unbelief. Listen, tell me what happened.
For Elohim is able to graft them in again.
So you ain't gonna believe what happened. So the two can be one.
That's right.
If I take the branch and I put the branch back in the tree, I just made it one. The two, one. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. I had to go over a little bit, but I understand what the man trying to tell me, though. I understand what I'm telling you. The man told me he could put the reel back. He took the reel and closed it. You know what? Now let me just close it up. How I made a touch and close it back up. But I can still go back in and put it back in there. I can still go open it up and put it back in there. Skill surgeon. Now listen what happened.
For if thou wert cut out of the olive ox,
See that? If you were cut out of a wild olive tree
which is wild by nature,
by nature, and what happened?
and were grafted contrary to nature into a tube olive ox,
You didn't even come from it. That's contrary. When something contrary, it don't go line up with nature. Huh? It go against. And now you've been taken and you've been gone and took contrary and put where? Come on.
into a tube olive ox,
Into a good one. A good tree. Tell me what happened.
how much more shall these, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive ox?
So the two can be one. They don't take me a little time. I can work. Listen, I shoot this from the hip. Come on, folks. Which is I shoot this from the hip. It ain't hard to put back. The two gonna be one. The man said this too easy for him. I know where the boy came from. It's nothing to put him back. It's more difficult to put you there. You always been contrary and gone against. He said, now if I took you and you were wild by nature, don't you know I can put that man back? And you know what the man do so you can understand that? Let me see how you call it. GMO.
Right.
That's right. Because it's contrary to nature.
Right.
So don't you know other nations have been brought in, you basically are GMO?
Yep. That's right.
And yet still can grow and you can still, you get president come here, that these people come and they're cross-gender.
Right.
That's what he showed you he did. I cross-gender to put you in. That's what I did. I cross-gender to put you in. He said, now don't you know if I'll get you in and make you become fruitful, offering, don't you know I can put the natural branch back?
That's right.
Now we get back. We had to do all that to come back here. Because I work for the man. I can't let him be no liar. Listen to the book. Yehukanan 10 and 30.
I and my Abba are one. Then the Yahudim took up a bond again to a bond him.
Listen what happened.
Yahusha answered them, many tube works have I shewed you from my Abba.
Yeah, you don't get that. Can you imagine that? Many two words I shown from my Abba. You know what he just told you? That his Abba is a good tree. He told you if you were taken, you were contrary, and you were grafted into a tube tree. Now he just told you many two words that are shown from his Abba. He testified that the Abba is a tube tree, or tube ox. And I showed it to you from him. Listen.
For which of these works do ye abhor me?
Listen. He want to know for which one of these words do you stone me for? Tell me what happened.
The Yahudim answered him, saying, for a tube work we abhor thee not,
Y'all hear that? For a good work, we don't stone you. But tell them where the problem come in at.
but for blasphemy,
But for blasphemy.
and because that thou, being a Ish, makest thyself Elohim.
That's enough right down. Y'all understand that? What they were going to stone him for? Y'all understand what they were going to stone him for? Do y'all understand what they were going to stone him for?
Making it two.
Because he was a, no. They were going to stone him because he was a man. That's why they were going to stone him. Their statement is exactly correct. They were going to stone him because he was a man. They were right. That threw you? They were going to stone him because he was a man. 5:17, Yehukanan. Let's deal with it from where it's at. Listen to the book.
But Yahusha answered them, my Abba worketh hitherto.
My who?
My Abba worketh hitherto,
And what you do?
and I work.
What happened, son?
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him,
Listen why. Why?
he not only had broken the Shabbat, but said also that Elohim was his Abba,
Doing what?
making himself equal with Elohim.
That's all they needed. This would be wrong too, correct? No, they were correct. Everything they were doing, your law taught that. These people weren't stupid. It's just you do. You just accepted something. They weren't buying it. He just told a man to take up his bed and walk on the Shabbat. You weren't supposed to do any type of work on the Shabbat. These people watching. You just told somebody to get up and take their bed up on Shabbat. And now you just said you work the same work that your Abba worked. And you just said that Elohim was your Abba. That will make you equivalent and like. Same, similar. We'll kill you for this one. So the only problem here with you, if you had any type of understanding like them, you'd have killed every time Jesus came up to you to kill them.
Yeah.
You watch a man go and portray himself out and call himself the men of Elohim. They had a problem with this statement. You know why? Goodness. Because he was a man. Barashit 2:6. Listen to the book.
But there went up a mist from the Arat, and watered the whole panim of the Adumah, and Yahuwah Elohim formed each of the dust of the Adumah, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of Kai, and each became a Kai Nephash. And Yahuwah Elohim planted a garden eastward in Adon.
You see what he did? He planted a garden eastward in Adon. So what word will use? What word would they use? They would say Asia. Aswu, which would tell us where the Shamash rise. That's where he would put him. He would put him so when you read in the book of Kahala, Shir Sharim, what they call the songs of Shaluma, you'll find when she told you that the Shamash did what? So where was she at? She would have had to been in what they would call Asia, Greek interpretation. She would have to be where the Shamash rise and it looks down. Makes sense for him to put him now. Y'all got it? Especially since he is the Shamash. Especially when that's where the sun got up at. Where else would you put the sun? You'll put it in what they would call Asia too. You'll put it where it will rise to and set. That's why he put Adam down, because Adam was his son. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. At the 3rd chapter of the book of Oriah, 3:20. Listen to the book.
Added yet this above all, that he shut up Yahukanan in prison. Now when all the armed were immersed, it came to pass that Yahusha also, being immersed, and Palal, the Shamayim, was opened, and the Ruach HaKudash descended in a bodily shape like a dove upon him. And a voice came from Shamayim, which said, Thou art my Ahab Ben, in thee I am well pleased. And Yahusha himself began to be about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the Ben of Yahusuf, which was the
That's
Ben.
it right now. That'll get you stoned. This will get you killed. That statement right there get you killed. Because the man just said hitherto his Abba work and he worked. Their problem was they knew his Abba. Yahusuf was his Abba. Maureen was his aim. That's why they was getting ready to kill him. See, what we got to learn is the plan of salvation. You got to understand how this works. Who is he going to rescue? You don't understand it. You just felt like you known it. These people getting ready to kill this man. He want to know why were they going to kill him. They tell him, we're not killing you for doing no good work. We're killing you because you're a man. And you made yourself Elohim. You made yourself equal with Elohim. You are a man. You have a mother. You have a father. This doesn't work for us. At verse 37. Listen to the book.
Which was the ben of Methuselah, which was the ben of Anuk, which was the ben of Jared, which was the ben of Malaleel, which was the ben of Canaan, which was the ben of Anus, which was the ben of Seth, which was the ben of Adam.
Which was the ben of who?
Adam.
First man? And?
Which was the ben of Elohim.
That's the problem they had. Where did Adam come from? It came from the Adumah. We didn't know Adam to have any Abba but Elohim. We didn't know him to have any aim but the Arise. So when you walking and you doing this stuff and we know your aim and we know your Abba, we're going to call it blasphemy. When we watch you grow up here, we're going to call this blasphemy. Just gave y'all everybody Tuladah. When we got to Adam, where was his father? Where was his mother? (28:1) Matthew. Listen.
In the end of the Shabbat, as it began to dawn toward the first yom of the week, came Marim Magdalene and the other Marim to see the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great aras quake, for the Malachi of the Adon descended from Shamayim, and came and rolled back the Aban from the door, and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake, and became as mute anashim. And the Malachi answered and said unto the Nashim, fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Yahusha, which was crucified.
What happened?
He is not here.
Where is he?
For he is Zarok.
Let me ask you a question. How can you Zarok? What do you have to do first? You gotta fall. You gotta fall. That's why it made sense he had to fall. If I tell you to get up, that means you're down. You don't tell up, you tell down, up. You tell up, down. Got it? So we see exactly how he came into correlation, so it made sense for us. Because what we knew for record was Adam being the first man without a natural father.
Right.
Got it? Right. Without a natural mother. We're talking about from the flesh. So we recognized him as the ben of all Ahim that they would call the son. Got it? So with that being in respect, he was given ability and authority. Why? Because he was the son of all Ahim. That's why he had this ability. That's why he had this working. That's why he had this authority. Now you're trying to get it. The problem we got, you got a mother and a father.
Yeah.
That's the problem we got. You got a mother and a father.
Yeah.
That's the problem we got. You got a mother and a father. And the only time we found relation to being people being the ben of Elohim were in what they call Barashit. Well, we call it Barashit. They call it Genesis, or in the beginning. That's how he got the record of being, having authority, or being correlated to being equivalent to, being like, having, making judgment. That's what you're trying to obtain. Then you have to do something. You have to leave your father and your mother. You have to leave. You have to separate. See, we've been trying to put this salvation thing together a long time. And what we have been able to correlate, what actually constitutes you to be the son of Elohim. Because they was trying to kill him for it. Because we know your mother and we know your father. But when he got up from the Orites, now we find it has been solidified totally that he was the ben of Elohim. Justifiably. You got it? So because at this point, who are you going to count as his mother? Who can you count as his natural father? So you can only count him to be the ben of Elohim. That's what we got to obtain. That's why he had a problem with people getting up from the grave and saying that they're going to be with their wives and husbands. He's saying the resurrected, we don't have Daniel Sirach. He said when they get up, they're not husband and wife when they get up. He said they like the Malachim. The Malachim don't have fathers and mothers. That's why they're called the Benin, or you call sons of Elohim. We try to make sure we get an understanding by the plan of salvation. Let's see. All Abarim 5 and 6. Hebrews, you call it. Listen to the book.
As he saith also in another Malchum, thou art a Kohan forever, after the order of Melchizedek, who in the Yamim of his Basar.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear this? As he said in another place, another Malchum, that thou art a Kohan for how long?
Forever.
After who?
The order of Melchizedek.
Now from what we read earlier when they told her if he was on the where? Orites, what did it tell us he wouldn't be? He wouldn't be, because why? We already got people working in that office. So this statement will only be conclusive for him when? After. That he will be a Kohan forever after the order of Melchizedek. What we know about Melchizedek? We have no recordings of his father or his mother. We don't have when he started, and we don't know when exactly he left. So what we knew for record is, for we know he still exists.
Yeah.
And he left you with that information. It'd be tangible for you to know to say, he is a Kohan after the order of Melchizedek. We don't account an earthly father and mother to him anymore. Just like we don't account one to Melchizedek. Because we're going to count one to him, who we're going to count to him? Who we're going to count to Melchizedek? We're going to count to Elohim. Who we're going to count? Adam, father and mother. That's the only way we can tie Melchizedek to him. Because the only other person we had a record that we had no father and mother from, but in Barashit he declared unto how he was bara, created and made, was of Elohim. So if Melchizedek had no father and no mother, how else could he come into existence?
That's right.
Except Elohim be his Abba.
That's right. That's right.
Now he told me that he was going to be a Kohan forever after the order, the same working. Try to put a date on when he was born, when he came. That man told you he was from everlasting. That's what he told us in Mashali. He said, I'm from everlasting. When Melchizedek came on the scene. He said before the Orites was. You can go ahead and go with Barashit, but you won't be accurate. Because he told you, he said before the Orites was. This is you. This is for you. This is not for Elohim. This is your data record, not his. Y'all all right? I guess it messes us up sometimes. We start doing time and timelines. I guess things kind of really throw us off. Because we talked about how these people give you all these dates and give us these dates, and we just kind of run off and we just kind of go with them. We talked about these terminologies. This makes sense? Yeah, you do, because that's what they taught before Christ. People had Zeus, they had all these other entities and these deities working. Why would you be counting a record from when supposedly my Savior was born? When you never had a worship, you never had a deity with any of these names. But all your timelines are based off of my salvational date or when he came on the scene. Don't make sense. Especially when you can do this. Which is what? Before common era. Not Christ. Common era.
Right.
Especially when you only put this in existence in the 6th century.
That's right.
A century being 100 years after the man done came and gone, and then you start using it for record? And you want me to follow? They want me to believe that Elohim started in Bereshit. He started before Bereshit.
That's right.
Bereshit is our history. You can't count everlasting.
That's right.
We know his timeline faulty anyway. We've been knowing his timeline been faulty.
Here.
He only started a time when he started counting and keeping track. He went back and lied about the other stuff he gave.
Yep.
That's why we got to check him on the book. Y'all got it? It's that important we come in. We got to be conscious to everything now. We just let people die and give us timeline that we don't check. We just go with what they told us. I don't believe you tell me these crackers was accurate on time back then. Every time they did something, they wrote it down the month and the date. How much stuff you do in a day and a week, you don't write it down? And these crackers were smarter than you back then? Hold on, I'm finna invent. I got struck by light. What time is it? And write it down? It just sounds good to unsuspecting people. People that know and people not conscious. We just buy into the hype of what these people tell us. These people are dangerous. That's why I'm here, to try to make sure we get this thing right, understand the plan of salvation. The book just told us, after the order of Melchizedek, who in the days of his, what was again? Abarim chapter 5 verse 6. Listen.
As he saith also in another Malchum, thou art a Kohan forever after the order of Melchizedek, who in the Yamim of his Basar, when he had offered up Palau and supplications with strong crying and tears unto him, that was able to save him from moot, and was heard in that he Yara.
Y'all hear that? He feared. He was heard. He was delivered. He was delivered from moot. Now you ask yourself why you hadn't been pulled out of your situation. And I say you, I'm talking about us, me included. Why we haven't been pulled out of our situation? One of them been fear.
Yeah.
One of them been fear. The book told us why he heard. He feared being outside of Elohim's will. But you can't fear something that you don't know. That's what Shari told. We got a zeal, but it's ignorant. We got too much ignorance. We don't know what we're supposed to do. What he told us before, the fear of him been taught by the precept of men. All loving, all forgiving God, he know already he did. Why did he spare Adam when he was in the garden? Why did he spare the first arise? Why did he spare the Malachim that committed Qatar? The book says he cast them down. Because once you get knowledge, you got responsibility. When he put that man in the garden and showed him, you responsible for this. The Malachim, he held them responsible for what they done. He looked at the men, they lower than you. I expect better out of you. They want to know what it meant, the unashamed that he was mindful of. Or even the being unashamed. What did he say he made them? So what I'm going to do, I done. Had to be higher. Had to be higher. Ben Elohim. As soon as he messed up, get him out of here. So now we get knowledge. We're responsible for this knowledge.
Right.
Y'all got it?
Right.
We're responsible for this knowledge.
Right.
The man just told the 11th chapter, Jesus Christ came on the scene and died. We ain't dealing with AD. How did man tell me about not sparing the branch? When Jesus came and died for us. To sin. To live in sin. It's been a trap.
Trap.
Man been trapping us the whole time we've been here.
That's right.
See, once we cover and get into our state, we got to understand.
Yes, sir.
You can't do what you've been doing.
That's right.
At the 18th chapter book of Uyakra. And what did he do?
He called.
And he called.
Yes, sir.
When did you know him to call?
It's my book.
When did y'all know him to call? I can't hear y'all.
Barashit.
He called Adon. He called him. He want to know where was it? Uyakra. And he called.
That's right. That's right.
He asked him, Adon, where art thou?
That's right.
Uyakra, he called him. Where was he at? He was in Bamadbar. He was in Bamadbar. That's what he's trying to do, bring us out. But see, the thing of it, we don't recognize his call. Listen to 18 and 1. Oh, don't give me Yeshayahu. They call it Isaiah. Uyakra, they call it Leviticus. Yeshayahu, they call it Isaiah. Listen to the book.
And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying,
What did he say?
Speak unto the Banim of Yashral,
Listen.
and say unto them,
What you want me to say?
I am Yahuwah your Elohim.
What happened?
After the doings of the land of Mizraim,
After the what?
doings of the land of Mizraim,
What happened?
wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
See that? They've been told not to do what I did in the past and don't pick up future behaviors.
That's right.
That's what he just told me. Leaving those things behind, I got to press toward the mark. That's what Shaul did. He said, I got to leave those things behind. All that stuff I got to count but dung, waste. You know what you do with dung? You leave it behind you. You don't backtrack in it. So that's the thing that we've been doing a lot of, backtracking through a lot of stuff, behavior. You should have left. He brought you from the place. It don't make sense for you to carry the behavior. Y'all got that? It don't make sense when he moves you into a new Malcolm that you pick up more different behaviors. So I got instruction about where I came from not to do old habits and not to pick up new habits. How y'all get to the place y'all at now? And he called. Adon with a heart to get that information.
That's right. That's right.
He'd have died for that information.
Yeah.
When he messed up, he wasn't told he couldn't do it no more. He was cut off.
That's right.
Man come along and we seeing Rekam working. After doing that meant when the people said in Mizraim the things they done, Elohim had to wink at it.
That's right.
He had to wink at it. But now, I'm commanding every unseen to repent.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got to repent.
Yes, sir.
Nobody can go back to nothing you used to do wrong and don't pick up no new behavior.
Come on.
That's what he commanded. And then he went back and went through the line and let them know about behavior.
Yes, sir.
So nobody be ignorant to nothing.
That's right.
Don't pick it back up. Don't pick up no new behavior. This is what been hindering us the whole time from getting the plan of salvation.
Yeah.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
When they're wrong, damn them.
That's right.
Shake the dust off your feet.
That's right.
People dangerous to us. Y'all have no idea how these people been working us. Y'all all right? That's why I go through the book and start following and looking for patterns of behavior so we know what we find to be conclusive. Other thing we know conclusive, we set that to the side. What do Jalal Yahusha did when he got up from the move?
That's right.
He folds the stuff and set it to the side.
That's right.
Some stuff he left it there, leave it alone. Leave it there evident. I left that.
That's right.
When he got up, you know he took that cup. That's a lie. I put that stuff. He got up from the dead. You know what he showed up? I left all that stuff there.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm not going back to that stuff. He
That's right.
folded up. I ain't dying no more.
That's right.
How do we die? How do we move? Because of what? Huh? Sin. Qatar. So him folding up, setting aside, showed no need for it anymore.
That's right.
I'm not using this anymore. This is what I used in the first works. I'm not using this anymore.
That's right.
I'm not going back to this, and I'm not picking up no new behavior. That's what we're supposed to do when you start looking at walking in newness of Kai, walking in newness of life. You got to put it aside. In the 12th chapter of the book of Arbary, he told us lay on what?
Aside.
What did they find when they came when they came into the cabal? They found that stuff laying aside.
That's right.
They can see the napkin laying here. They can see that he looked at this stuff here as a weight.
That's right.
It's a hindrance to me.
That's right.
He saw how did he wind up getting it? From the two.
That's right.
Then we got to understand the correlation of how we got to put stuff down and leave stuff alone. Coming in where you got to part in relationship from people.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes husbands, sometimes wives, sometimes children, sometimes mother, sometimes father. Whatever it takes for you to make it in.
Every state.
He already gave us a similitude of our word. Abraham had to leave his father's house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody had to leave. Everybody had to depart. Luke had to let his wife go.
That's right.
Huh? There's a lot of stuff you got to give up for if we're going to achieve the stats we're trying to get.
That's right.
When Yahushua was on the two, he had to give his aim away.
That's right.
Had to give us, and listen, you got to behold your men over there.
That's right.
I'm doing the work. I got too much got to carry right now. It ain't about you now. It's about me. I got to get this thing right.
Yes, sir.
Do we really set our mind to realize what it's going to take for us to make it in? Hello? Y'all know that it's always been a separation
Yeah.
that people had to break off and let go and get away from. I don't think a lot of stuff we broken off, we giving up this stuff we want to let go anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't never had a good relationship with my mom anyway.
That's true.
Me and my dad ain't never talked anyway.
Yeah.
Me and my husband, me and my wife, we never really got along anyway so easy. But breaking for something that you're hard,
Come on. That's right.
that's tight.
That's right.
That's tight.
Tight.
That's tight. Break away from behaviors or jobs or trade. Because he has come that he'll harm him more than he'll harm no fish.
That's right.
That was a trade he had before he met Yahushua.
Yes, sir.
He said, if you do that, you want to let that go.
Let it go.
It's troubling. He said, you want to let that go.
Yes, sir.
You don't find no more writings about cuff off nowhere fishing. He said, I told him I can't. I was going to make you learn how to fish on a sheen.
That's right.
I didn't want you to go back to that.
Yes, sir.
I got you. I knew you had a skill. Let that go. I got another work for you.
Come on.
A lot of us in here, we keep trying to hold too much world and we ain't trying to stay dedicated to the cause.
That's right.
We got to change some things.
Yes, sir.
If we're going to achieve the true status of the Bini or Elohim, then there are some things we're going to have to do. Otherwise, we ain't going to be in some of the same conflict he was in. You're going to be committing blasphemy. Because if you would have been Elohim, as he said you was Abraham, then you would do the work of him.
Come on.
Then do the work of him. All the things he said Adam to do, but the same works he did. So when Yahushua came, he said, hitherto I'm working out work. I'm doing the same work he does. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Give me Titus. This is something. I'll try to get y'all finished, I guess. Titus 1:1. Listen to the book.
Shaul, a abad of Elohim, and an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, according to the Amunah of Elohim elect, and the acknowledging of the Amat, which is after Elohim.
You see that? Acknowledging the Amat. That's after Elohim. That's following after him right now. We've been on a lie. That's why these people said, they know we've been in a lie. They know we've been serving them a lie. So if after Elohim is Amat, then we got to make sure what we find is true. Listen.
In hope of eternal Kai, which Elohim that cannot lie, Shaba, before the Arats began.
You see that? So we working off a promise that was based before we even got him. That's what we're trying to work on. We're working off that. Sometimes I like to say you want to learn what your base is. Kind of even when you build a house, your foundation going to determine how high you can go up.
Right.
They're going to determine. You build a house, first thing you want to do when you get these plans, you're going to try to look at your foundation.
Right.
That's going to whether or not it's going to support how high you can go up. You say, you know what? I always want a real tall house. Then you don't need to get a real strong foundation.
That's right.
If you're trying to obtain eternal without end life, you will need a real strong base.
Yeah.
You're going up real high. That's high. That's real high. So we got to start looking at base. We got to look at things that you got to create in order to have that. You got to look at things that'll come out and cause detriment to it. Listen. Well, I'm just thinking about it. In hopes of eternal Kai, which Elohim that cannot lie, showered when?
Before the Arats began.
So you couldn't use what happened in Barashit. Because he never promised Adam he'll live forever. He told him the day he was going to eat of it, he was going to moot. So he knew he was going to eat of it. And he let him know that's going to be the day you're going to leave. So you try to take that, you're going to mess up. What most religious organizations will do is take and say, see, when they was in the garden, really, see, that was before the world began because people weren't here yet. No, when he told us in existence, when he came here and bought a sheep, he said, when I came, wasn't nothing here. That's your beginning. When I got here, wasn't nothing here. Everything was void. You know the void check, nothing existed. Y'all got me? It had no life, no bearings to it. I came and I created. That's when time started here for you. When I got here. Where I set up for you was before that. That's what I'm working out for. He said hopes of it. That's what we looking to gain. Some here step before we got him. Listen.
But hath in due times manifested his debar through preaching.
See that? That's how we look at it. That's how we know about it now. If you weren't here, how do you know about it? So then you manifest something you can make clear. Huh? Make known. How did you find out about it? If you weren't here before the Ross was here, you weren't here when the Ross got started, then how are you going to know about it except somebody preach?
That's right.
Hold you got 10 and 11 right quick, Roman. Romans 10 and 11. Listen to the book. But make it 10 and 12.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
For there is no difference between the Yehudi and the Greek.
Yes.
For the same Adon over all is rich unto all that call upon him.
What happened?
For whosoever shall call upon the Shem of the Adon shall be saved.
What happened?
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not Ammon?
Y'all hear that? He said, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Adon shall be who?
Saved.
When do we see a similitude of that? That y'all can remember. It's wild, my king. That people use this premise in a dire situation. Who?
Mizraim.
That's right, Unah. Well, Unah, when they was on the ship, and the ship started being tossed, the captain of the ship told everybody to call on their Adon. For what reason? So they could be saved. This ain't far-fetched for us. For whosoever shall call upon the name of Adon, or the Adon, shall be saved. But he asked you a question. Listen.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not Ammon?
See, a name ain't that important. You just got to know him. He just told you what happened. How you going to call on somebody you ain't even known? A name you don't even know. What else happened?
And how shall they Ammon in him of whom they have not heard?
That's how important the preaching is. I got to believe that this man established a promise before I got him. All I'm going to know about it is going to be preached to me, and I'm going to have to Ammon. Which means I'm going to have to see similar works. Something to give me confidence to believe in something that was before I even got here. Man, come on. Before this was, who would there to hear it? Who would know about it? Listen.
And how shall they hear without a kahala.
That's why he told me it had to be preached. What I know about what happened before the Orites got here, I don't know what happened when it got here other than what's been written. And it's got to be preached to me. And what is going to be clear? What's got to be clear for me?
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
That's how we know Yahushua could come on the scene and declare what he declared to us. How's we going to know it? Except he came down and preached it. He had to come down and proclaim it to us. He had to send other men that he taught and gave every man to proclaim it to us. There's a lot of things that existed in the world before you got him, but you believe it. How many of y'all here believe life started on the planet when you got him? Why not? That's when you known it. The invisible things of Elohim are clearly seen.
That's right.
It stuff didn't happen before you got him. But everything you know it when you got him. Everything you know before you got him was told or taught to you. I don't know why people got a problem with Elohim today.
That's right.
I show them they're a hypocrite all the time. You ain't no regular hypocrite. You're a number one hypocrite.
That's right.
Because you shouldn't believe nothing that happened on this planet before you got him.
That's right.
Your mama is a liar and she ain't him, and your daddy. Your grandmama and your grandparent, all of them are liars and hypocrite and they ain't him. You just got a problem with obeying authority.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the only problem people got with Elohim. You don't want to obey authority. They ain't got no problem with nothing else they shoot out their mouth to have before they got him.
That's right.
They ain't got no problem with it. Family book right about their dead, lying, crippled uncle, aunt, they believe everything they've been told.
Yep.
It's just people want to question Elohim.
Yep.
He said, how you going to know except they've been proclaimed? And the person going to proclaim it, I'm going to have to send them.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got it? They got to be informed. The same thing when you sit Mushah now, you got to be informed. What are we going to do? We're trying to get it right, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
He made a statement. I just want to make sure it's something that I can actually believe. That this man proclaimed something before we got him. Come on back to the book of Titus. Titus chapter 1, what we at, verse 3, 4? What?
Verse 3.
Verse 3, what does it say?
But hath in due times manifested his debar through preaching, which is committed unto me according to the Amar of Elohim, our Yasha.
Listen.
To Titus, mine own Ben, after the common Amunah.
And didn't sleep with his mama. What happened? Come on. Khan,
Rakam, and Shalom from Elohim the Abba and the Adon, Yahusha HaMashiach, our Yasha.
So what happened?
For this cause left I thee in Crete,
that thou
should it set in order
the what?
Things that are wanting.
Y'all see what he did while he left him in Crete? Huh? Set it in order. He left him in Crete to set it in order. What kind of thing?
And ordained Zakan in every city as I had appointed thee. Mm-hmm. If any be blameless,
what else?
The husband of one Ashah, having Amunah Benim, not accused of riot or unruly, for a bishop must be blameless, as the steward of Elohim, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of tube anashim, sober, sadak, kudash, temperate, holding fast the Amunah debar as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
What they do?
Whose mouths must be stopped.
Yeah.
Who subvert whole Beth.
Yeah.
Teaching things which they ought not.
Yeah.
For filthy lucre's sake.
Yeah.
One of themselves, even a Nabi of their own, said, the Cretians are always liars, Rasha beast, slow bellies.
Yes.
This witness is a mot. Wherefore, rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the Amunah.
Yeah.
Not giving heed to Yahudim fables and Amar of Anashim.
Stop for a minute. Fables? What are fables? You're right. Put the definition of fables up there. Fables. Exactly right. It's stories about animals. They have truths to them. Fables. Short story, typically with animals as characters and conveying a moral or conveying, should have just said conveying morals. What happened? The fable of the sick lion and what the weary fox. Third person tense, fables. Tell fictitious tales. Lies. Let's go up. Let's slow down some. It's archaic. They don't use that terminology no more. Well, translation, word of origin. Oh, a false statement or belief. Sudden them falsehood, fabrication, deceptions, made up stories, trumped up story. That's what Trump is. Trump is a fable.
That's right.
How do people get you? Why would our people sit around and use stuff like this? Fabricate or invent. That's what we find about the people telling us about us. What we know about the Creeks? Liars. Slow belly. That's it now. How you spell it? Creek. That's what we know about them? Let's see. How many of y'all have heard this word before? Let me see. Labyrinth. Y'all ever heard this word before? Y'all know that for real? Let's look up this word. Minos. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, let's see. In Greek mythology, Minos was the first king of, I cannot spell that. What? Crete, son of Zeus and Europa. Every 9 years he made King Agrius, whatever his name is, pick 7 young boys and 7 young girls to be sent to Daedalus' creation, the labyrinth, to be eaten by the Minotaur. This is the different layers they set up, what's called a maze. This is what white people put you in. This is why you see why he'd put somebody like Titus there. Somebody who would be part Greek anyway. Part Greek and Yehudi. Who can go down and deal with these people. This Crete is actually one of the largest cities in the Mediterranean that the Greeks actually own, that they have in the Mediterranean. This is the kind of stuff you have these people with. This is what you try to let you know about these people. They liars. First of all, this stuff don't even exist. Zeus don't exist, nor does Europa. How can they have a son? How can 2 imaginary things create a child? Then they create a trap, a maze that you get caught up in and you can't get out of. This is why you send a man to a place like that to try to correct it. These are places you read about in your book and you find these same behaviors still going on with these people today. Our people get caught in it and they think, no, we be big liars just like them. So a lot of these people been working a long time to make a fool out of us. Our goal is to become conscious of these places and who's there and what was their intent. So even the writers of Shaul, these people workers had never changed. These people lead established this about 1600 years before BC. Before common era. That they told you now is before Christ. Nobody that's not a believer or worshiper of our deity, Elohim, or his being Yahushua Mashiach, will ever keep time off of him. Wouldn't make sense. They just tell it to you anyway. Especially when you're going to start keeping the 600 years after he gone. He didn't even incorporate it when he got him. You incorporated 600 years after he was gone. And then it became before Christ and after the death. Just because we don't think. Just because we don't question. Our goal is to question everybody and everything. There's a lot he wants you to know about these people. But you know what we want to do? We want to go on a Mediterranean cruise and go to all these places, just go sail and ship. They got Mediterranean cruise. You go to these places. All these people keep getting sick on these ships. They made us sick. You keep running, run off, jump off in all these different places. You know nothing about these people. Even Shaul wrote, if they actually established their place 1600 years before he came, and yet he still testified that after 70 years after he was gone, and said these folks always liars. They evil beasts and slow-bellied snakes. You're going to imagine the other people that derive from them. Then you deal with Europa, you deal with Europe. You get all these different these little moronic gods they set up for you, and they have you sit around worshiping and following. And next thing you know, we see him messed up. We got to go over everything and check everybody.
That's right.
We got to check everybody. We got to watch everybody. Hello?
Yes, sir.
We got to watch people. They told us about you having vulgar conversation. You just read up there and they just told you from the Latin vulgar. Now, which one? What were y'all told about vulgar and vulgarity? They're bad. Well, I'm saying vulgar. Yeah, now they come along and tell you about the Latin. All this stuff here. Now, we just come out and start reciting and doing stuff and finding stuff. We don't check anybody. Y'all understand this out in the Fosh on the line?
Yes, sir.
Y'all understand we got to check everybody?
Yes, sir.
We'll be going back, and what we'll be doing, we got to go back and start at Baba Sheep. We'll move Psalms from other places and kind of go. We just got to go back and we got to check everything. Y'all got it? So what we'll do, but we won't go far and fast. We'll go back through, and from where we at, we'll research. That makes sense to y'all? Listen, I don't want to get thrown with what we put up there. Can we put up what you're reading from up here? So can they see what we're reading from? Put it up and let them see it. I want to see it. We can look at Barrett's sheet. So we just see what it look like. We don't want to go get anybody total validity as they're white until we check you. If they had to check in bureau and keep going through it, I know I ain't got more information they got.
That's right.
And they want to go behind and make sure everything was right. And they were doing this every day. One made 7 meters, just look at it and just run and take it with it. Because you believe the Lord will fix the rest of it. That's all you got to do is believe to receive, to achieve. And they went over it. And he called them aristocratic. The others of the Yahudim that came over from Thessalonica, they weren't the people that want to go through all that. And that's how people been given over to so many different strange deities and worship. I don't want to get involved with that. I want to make sure I'm going through. I want to go through right. People counting on me. That's it. That's chapter 1 right there. This is Shabbat Torah reading. Problems I got is this right here. Then you're using the O here. Well, like I said, don't worry about that. You work it out. But I just got to have a problem with people. We're going to go Genesis 1. Did this mean? if I learn something, I know something is not correct and it's not the way to do it. Like they do in school, and they correct you and do something, you can't keep doing the same thing. If you spell something the wrong way, they put an X by it, they ain't gonna let you keep going. So, well, you know the right way, you just do it that way. They'll tell you it's still wrong. You gotta get it right. So if you went through and you studied and you came up with this information, how do you go back to it? I go and learn the name of Yahushua, but I come back and tell you Jesus the same. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. This right in here is the problem we have a lot of times. Because this right in here, we can't find writing. Can we find any writings, ancient writing with this right here, with this master? Huh? It's going to be fragmented. So what?
It's hard to find complete writings of ancient written fragments.
This they'll call ancient? Should be middle, right? They'll call this middle.
Right.
But at first we used to call it ancient. I was good because somebody gave it the other here. He didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't, because he got it from somebody that know this was not ancient and thought other the pictogram be ancient. Remember I taught y'all that the early writings would have been hieroglyphs. Right? Been hieroglyphs. We work better from sight. All right? So it would have been hieroglyphs. So this is believed to be the middle, and then it came here. This would be Yeshayahu. Azara is supposed to be credited for writing this system.
Right.
And Yeshayahu scrolls are the only one they find with this writing, correct? So Yirmiyahu scroll we don't have. So this is the thing we got. This Yeshayahu scroll. I'm just giving y'all stuff that we just gotta go and we gotta look at. Yeshayahu scroll. Can we do this? Can you put them up a copy of Yeshayahu or his scroll? They got it. And they got the white man in there with the stick. What you call it? I forgot the name. The stick. The turning, because I don't believe you could touch the pages. You're supposed to use this little stick they got with the little feet on. I forgot the name of it right now. But we can show them the writers of Yeshayahu. Y'all see these right here? This is going to be the Nakud, correct? With the vowel points, dots that they have under him. This guy here, I need you to look this man up for me. Larry Mubus. He changed his name to Benjamin. Benjamin Ben Kohath. I need to find who he is. I'm going to teach y'all how we're going to work. I need to know about him. I didn't know about his mama and them. I didn't know about who he is. I didn't know what he's doing. So a lot of stuff y'all don't do that I do. I want to know about him. Because he going to church on Sunday, I got to discredit a lot of stuff out the rip. That's just being, listen, all right, you sell them the jury, or you get them, you testify. They go back to your past and say, let me say, I got her on the jury, the Chelsea here, though they can't see her. Chelsea, I got her on the steer, and I got her to testify. I need her to get up and get her statement. If I ask her something she done when she was 8, you what now, 30, 29. I didn't know your husband was a grave robber. Anyway, baby's cradle robber. But that's his business, that's what he want to do, rob the cradle. Anyway, that's the wife for record, if anybody want to know who cradle robber. Anyway, if I could find anything on her that she's done in her past, before now, and I question her, that comes up indifferent to what she's doing now, I got to strike everything from her. Now, this is just dealing with a simple case that we might be dealing with. Might be murder, whatever it might be, but I got to scratch that from the record simply because of something she's done in her past. Now, I got to look this man up, find out about this man, who this man is, and what this man is doing. For me, it's important because I'm looking at people that I'm following like Musa. I didn't know what they're doing. People say, you know, Moses back then, they were having sex with 4-year-old girl. I need to know about this. Because I'm basic, some of y'all don't, it matters to me because I don't believe you can rape no 4-year-old girl. I don't believe you can have sex with no kid. Now you got some definitive proof of it. This is going to make a difference in what I believe. Let me get this straight now. Moshe can go and have sex with 4-year-old girls and do this, but yet when Shayla was young and Tamara needed a husband, Yehuda said he wasn't old enough. I don't know how I can have sex with 4-year-old little girl that can't reproduce, that can't have a menstrual, but you can't have sex with a little boy. Yehuda, and this before Musa came on the scene. Which means this already was a pattern that there was a certain age you couldn't take one or take a child. See, this is the stuff I gotta look at. I just can't be taking people's statement because I'm about to whistle something out their mouth. It don't make sense. Yehuda said he's too young, that she had to wait on him to mature before she could sleep with him. But I can have sex with a 4-year-old girl who can't have a menstrual, that can't reproduce. Science will tell you that a woman is created, or a woman takes on a state once she produces a menstrual. That does not make her an adult. Science is retarded. That's science. She can't provide, she can't take care of her womb, can't hold no baby. Come say her womb ain't mature enough to hold no baby. Even she can't get a cycle. A boy can reproduce at the age of 12 to 13. You tell me he can provide and take care of family? Get a job and pay a house note? Buy a diaper and pay bills at 12 and 13? Gotta mature. Gotta mature. I don't believe it. Don't let these folks make no fool out of y'all. Let's I know you might be thinking about what your granddad, what your grandmama did. They were kids.
Yep. Come on.
They were kids with grown folk gown them.
Yep. That's right.
So good with then. That's why some of them married dysfunctional now.
Yep.
Grandmama and I know old folk get together, they don't even talk.
Yep.
They said we done talked about everything.
Yep.
Done ran out, just stuck kids together.
Yep.
Then I just see y'all put Yahoo scroll up. I know everybody the best y'all gonna get on it. They put the curse on it to kind of show you his writer. These are the only writers I think they really can find. You see it's kind of patched. That's why I forgot it's the yard. The stick is called the yard they use with the 3 fingers on it, and they use it to turn the pages. That's how they have. They don't believe you should touch the page, or they were sacred. So I'm not to believe that Yahushua had one when they delivered him the book. That he pulled a yard out to turn it. In the 6th chapter book of Oriel. I know y'all really still can't see it, can you? Yeshayahu, the great Isaiah scroll. I'm just flabbergasted, blown away when I see this kind of stuff, and people that's supposed to speak the language and read the writing. Why'd you come up with Isaiah? It makes sense for people to do it on here that, doing transgendering. It don't make sense hearing it from them, especially when you're supposed to have it here. Do you find Isaiah's name written here? But this is just show y'all somewhat of what they have, that I'm just going to be honest with y'all. We're going to take this. Did y'all understand what I just said? We'll talk later. All right, that's about the best they're gonna get. You can turn back from. Put back up what we had. Y'all saw that? Y'all see it? Y'all see the vowel points? Yeah, you don't see no vowel points on here. Pull them up and let them see some parts they have found are ancient. Probably said that way you kick in at. This is going to be what they call, well, you saw that the Martin, and you say they Martin, they done did more grafting drawing into it than what he had. But that's supposed to be what Azara actually put together. I think they based it off of the 5th chapter of the book of Azara, when he waited about 3 months before he came over, that he was supposed to have comprised and put that together. It's believed that the earlier writings were burned, destroyed, and that he took what was left and he copied them out. And that's how they came up with that writing system. Amazing nobody don't want to go back to the ancient, everybody want to stay with the new writing system.
Right.
I mean, it gets me, especially when Yahoo told me to ask for the ancient.
That's right.
That wouldn't be ancient for me. That's still called modern, because that's what they're using now.
That's right.
It hadn't went anywhere. But he told me to ask for the ancient. If I got Abraham up and I gave it to him, could he read it?
No.
Then why don't you show me somebody else or some of the other Nabaeans that wrote and they wrote with their writing system? You talking about you going back and copy out all of the law from what's burnt, what you still have, and then you just create a whole nother writing system. Don't you know you got to go back and instruct everybody? Yep. You got to bring everybody up to date. And now based on that, listen, when you come back, I'm just making an example. I'm just, okay. Just like with this. All right, this the new writing. This is what you know. Now I got to come back and teach everybody what this is and how this correlates with this letter and how this relates to that letter. Everybody got to learn a whole new writing system. But you got to know this first to teach you this. Because if I came with that new writing system, you had to know the old one and knew what it meant and how to understand it. In order for me to come and tell you, this is now this. This is now this. Because you got to remember, when they came from an ancient style of writing now, when they came from the hieroglyph writing, it was symbols. You either had animals, people, or tools, or objects. So they all made sense when they saw them. Now I got to tell you how this makes sense, hypothetically, you know what I'm saying. This, just say if this was the ancient, the best. Which we know this is the Greek B, the best. Then I got to explain to you, like here, it made sense because you understood what all correlated him. Now I got to show you, even when I use this, how did this correlate with this? Because it's got to have some type of relations. When I say family, Beth, house, it makes sense. Where does a family usually reside? In the house. In the house, there are certain areas that are off limits. You understood that. You had this before you even got the Makdash. That you knew there were certain places that were off limit. There were places everybody could come in and gather. Certain places were off limit. You have a party, everybody in the house, you close the doors to them. Why you say, everybody got to be in the bedroom? The bedroom's off limit. Well, that's what they understood about this. Here you can come, but not here. Now this need to have some type of correlation with this. Not just me telling you that, that's how they understood. The earlier writer translators, when they did it, when they put it out, people understood. What is this? Don't play with your membership. What is this? Perfectly drawing what? Who I'm trying to get in the mouth cool? What is it perfectly drawn with no error? The head. Thank y'all. I ain't want no pressure on y'all. No pressure. No pressure. The watch. So when they saw this, they understood. If I said, this let you know he was either the one in charge, he was the first. Y'all got me? So you start to correlate this object when it reflected toward people. Or statement, Rosh. That meant he was either the first, the chief, or he's the captain. So when I use this, how did this show you or correlate with this? Because they understood the objects, the pictures. Who know what that was? Or know the who? That's the paw. They got the mouth. The mouth. So with the mouth, what you do? Blow, speak. So we understood from the object what it was. With the law, what does man do? What does he do with him? The mouth. That's where he confessed. So he speaks. So he can blow. So they come down, Elohim told you he came down and he breathed into man's nostril. Then we knew he blew the paw. Now we're similitude. What else you can do? You can speak. So he spoke life into the man. When a person died, you can understand him breathing life. When a person died, we have something they teach you do what you call what? What is it called? CPR, where you do what? You blow into the mouth. You blow into it, and that wind that you're blowing into is a similitude and correlate with what? Life. Life. So we can understand that Elohim spake life into the man. You understand what you're doing to a dead individual? You're actually blowing life into the man. That's what he did to him. Blew life into him. With the what? With the mouth. So he gave us things we understand. Elohim is a ruach, so it's hard to correlate it. But we know that he said that the boys speaking to you, what are they? And they are what? So he said he blew in the man's mouth. He spake to man. I understand that.